All right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow decoders around the world, wherever you may be, my name is Logan, and this is Decode Your Reality, and today we're going to be breaking down my exciting intro, just have so much fun with this, decoding I Can Read Your Mind. Folks, this song, obviously from Alan Parsons, I've covered it several times. Al means a luminary body. And what a great song. I've already covered this before, but this is updated information. I Can Read Your Mind decoding short. Let's jump right into this. This one is going to once again blow your mind. So obviously we're going to start off with the catchphrase, right? Who can read your mind? Can someone read your mind? Telekinetic? Do you think some celestial? You think that the God? What is the God? What is God? What is the supernatural? What's reading your mind? Where are the voices coming from in your mind? Not from a little birdie, I can tell you that. Are they coming from a quantum computer? Are they coming from the supernatural or God? Or what does that look like? Well, let's break this down. I Can Read Your Mind is a 52. And we go right to alchemy. And since we're sitting on Mother Earth, right, the motherboard, it's very fitting that 52, which is tied to prison planet, but 52 is tied to tellurium, which comes from the Latin word tellus, which means earth. There's that 52 protons. And, you know, when you attach this to the song Eye in the Sky by Alan Parsons, the great song by Alan Parsons. So here it is. I'm going to break it down like I have done with Pink Floyd, like I have done with the Eagles, like I have done with many other bands, showing you where these lyrics are and then the markers for them. And the big marker for this song was this line 17, I Can Read Your Mind. The very first time that this was sung in the song, written in the verse, it's on line number 17. And of course, what is 17 in numerology? The word earth. And what is the 17th card in the tarot? The star card. See, after the sun, 19, then you have the moon, 18, and then of course 17 is going to be earth. This is you being the star of the movie. So 52 and 17 obviously are directly in bed with one another. So is Alan Parsons, who wrote this song, was he consciously aware of this? I Can Read Your Mind, line 17. 17 is the 7th prime number. 7 chakras in the body. 7 is the 4th prime number, tied to the heart. It just goes on and on and on, folks. Mankind's being used. That's what's reading your mind. Something outside of this reality. But wait, there's more. So we get into the 52 and the 17, right? Because obviously I Can Read Your Mind is 52, and the first time he says I can read your mind is line 17. So we're going to take the two alchemical elements that represent the 52 and 17, tellurium and chlorine. This is not the average, this is one of the stable isotopes. I'll let you guys and gals have some fun decoding this. But as fate would have it, 52 and 17, 69. And then you get your brain, the yin yang, the good cop, bad cop, the Jesus Lucifer aspect. And it's just so funny, the icons the Royal Society of Chemistry chose to use for tellurium. Obviously this one's not funny, it's the earth, right? Forget about flat, round, forget all that stuff. We know what this means symbolically. But then how about this one? You get the gas mask. I mean, is this the God having to come down here and putting on a meat suit? And that is its gas mask in order to survive down here in its own reality that it created. And then you get the tree of life, right? Mankind's being used, folks. It's tied to, check out my bloodline. It's tied right to our blood types. 34.96 is most abundant. That's going to give you isotope 35. 35 is simulation. So 17 and 52. 69, which is the yin yang. I Can Read Your Mind. Well, this is the yin yang, ladies and gentlemen. I Can Read Your Mind. It's tied to the brain and spinal cord. This is the tree of life right here. I can read your mind. What can read your mind? The energies outside this reality, whatever that looks like. So when you go 17 digits into the string of the golden ratio to measure that out through mathematics, look at the outcome you get. Not only is it a total of 96, but the last two digits is a 48, and the 48th card in the tarot is the Knight of Cups, which is looking for love, because that's exactly what this whole journey is all about. It's the supernatural wanting to experience its own reality, and so it comes down here and becomes this Knight, the Jack. This is the Jack of Hearts, card 11, okay, tied to sodium. Jesus says, ye are the salt of the earth, and then it becomes the star, okay, and you become the star of the movie. This is why it's 17 digits, 17th card. 17, of course, tied to Tree of Life. I can read your mind. Line 17. No accidents. Alan Parsons was not coding the song at this level. I promise you, with all my sincerity, he was not. No way, no how. Not even close. People are writing music and creating lyrics, singing songs to entertain you, but their minds are not their own. I can read your mind. So going further with this, what about mathematics? What does mathematics have to say about I can read your mind? It's a 52. Well, the number 239 is the 52nd prime number, which is a big deal because the 239 is attached to Father. If you want to get to heaven, this is where you're going to go. Uranus. The you. It's you and me. I am you. It's you and me. And it's the number 92. Check out my 92 decoded. This is what reads your mind. This has several atomic isotopes. 239 is one of them. Keep in mind the 21st letter in the alphabet, the letter U. The 21st letter in the modern Greek, phi, the golden ratio, which we just measured right here. Okay, this is how valuable the golden ratio is, tied to the tarot, tied to mathematics, tied to alchemy, tied to numerology, the science of numbers. They're all in bed together, these esoteric sciences. Of course, because this is the screenplay playing out, the script that writes this whole entire process of playing out a character. So if we go and bring in the 52 into the cards of illumination, it's the last card in the deck, besides the jokers. It's the King of Spades, the King of Earth. That's what the King of Spades is. And it conforms into the King of Swords, card number 64, if you're using 78 cards with the Fool in the 22nd position. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you're on television. Because of the 64th element is gadolinium. Gadolinium equals 35 in numerology. Simulation equals 35 in numerology. And of course, this is the icon used to represent gadolinium. It's the television screen, because this is what they used to make for television screens, gadolinium. No accidents. It's the GD element. What do you think the GD is tied to? Well, you're looking at it right there. Uranus. Okay, in the context of what this is saying, this is what's going on right here. Kind of no-brainers. So what can read your mind? What's the eye in the sky? Uranus. You. It's you. You can read my mind. Not you, but it's the you. There you go. Maybe some of you can read minds. I think telekinesis is coming back. So this leads me into the I am, which of course is going to be Uranus. It's going to be this. And I'm going to show that. All my work's leading to Uranus, folks. All of it. It all keeps leading to Uranus now. And as I've shown you can spell out some of these words in the periodic table. I am, you add it up, you get the number 369.965, 369 Tesla, the keys to the universe. Pretty much a no-brainer, right? The 369. So now you know what the I am is. Check out my CIA, my Central Intelligence decoded. Shows you that mankind's being used. That's the setting free. That's how you'll be set free, knowing that you're the I am. It's using you, and it can read your mind. 369. So this is where it gets super interesting, folks. And this is like in your face. Okay? I can read your mind. It's the I am. So the 53rd element of iodine has 37 known isotopes. 37 of them. And then the 95th element, which is synthetic, has 20. I have a typo. It should be radioisotopes. Radioisotopes has 20 of them. Ra and Dio. Ra, the sun god. Dio means God. God twice, the sun god. That's what this means. Radioisotopes. So we have 37 and 20. Okay, those are the numbers that are tied to these two elements. I am. I am that I am. So we're going to break that down, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that through numerology, how about that? I in the sky is 37. I, Odine, I in the sky. 37 known isotopes. Eye in the Sky is 37. Shepherd is 37. And then this one has 20, and duality equals 20. Birthday equals 20. Mason equals 20. Jesuit equals 20. Pawn equals 20. You think those people get a hall pass? Abso-freaking-lutely not. They are being used. They're on television. Go tell them they're on television. Go tell them. Some of them don't even know. And then you get these elements right here tied to duality and eye in the sky. So the eye in the sky is Uranus, obviously. And what it wants to do is come down and play out its own game, which it does. You would do it if you created your own reality. And it gets a bag of bones. Calcium being the 20th element tied to duality, tied to birthday. Calcium, 99% of it is on our bones and teeth. The skeletal structure of becoming what it means to be a human being. And the 37th element obviously is a no-brainer. There's the eye right there, rubidium. Rubidium has this, it's called an electric eye. It's used in photocells. This is the icon they use for rubidium. There's the all-seeing eye right on it. And the most abundant isotope is 84.91. Guess what the orbital period of Uranus is? 84 years. Obviously, directly in our face, just never saw it before. But this is how valuable the periodic table is. So you have the 37 and the 20. You can add these up and you can do a lot of things with these and take a look at it. I'll let some of you decoders do that. But what I wanted to go into is to show you how ridiculously scripted this reality is. Mankind's being used. Just go look at the discovery dates. This is how big these are, right? Making up the I am. The discovery date for rubidium, 1861. The discovery date for calcium, 1808. You subtract the two, and what do you get? 53. What's 53? You go right back to the I am, the eye in the sky, folks. You just go right back to it, right there. It's so beautiful, man. And that's why this reality is so beautiful. It is the good, the bad, and the ugly. But when you start to look and see how the source code has coded this reality, it is just so amazingly beautiful. It's just amazingly beautiful. How about this? How about these? You want to talk about mankind being used? I could have did Scripted Reality Part 10. I've kind of finished that series up. But how about these three guys? These are the three guys who were responsible for discovering these two elements. Gustav and Robert discovered rubidium, and then Humphrey Davy discovered calcium. And notice I've circled their birthdays. He was born on March 12th, March 30th. He was born on December 17th. You add that up using the trusty calculator, and what do we get? Ding, ding, ding. 59. And what's 59? It's contract with God. Hello, of course it is. The game of life is 59. You think these people had a choice? I can read your mind. These people didn't have a choice. They were supposed to discover these elements. You do their full names numerology. Look how many letters there are. 59. You think that's an accident? You think some group of people are doing this to mock you and screw you over and pull the wool over your eyes? Try to get one past you. Come on, folks. I know I sound like a broken record. I'm just trying to have fun and I'm being a little bit sarcastic here. Because we still have people thinking that man's trying to mock you and pull one over past you and all that kind of stuff. So even further, it's 230 for the total. And just like that, of course, uranium has one of its isotopes as the 230. There it is, right there. And what I have squared out here is the neutrons. This is the protons, 92 protons. How many neutrons does it have? See, 92 and 138, 230. It's 138. Okay, I'm going to come back to that in a second. Contract with God again is 59. They got 59 letters in their name. Just remember, their birthdays add up to 59. The word contract is 29, which is a mirror of the 92. You have a contract with Uranus. That's what you have. That's what we all have. But this 138, what about this right here? The neutrons with the protons of uranium. What is that 138 tied to? Well, when you add up the 37 from iodine's 37 known isotopes, and you add up americium's radioisotopes of 20, you get 57. And we bring in this element called lanthanum. And look at what the icon is for lanthanum. It's a damn camera lens. The eye in the sky looking at you. I can read your mind. And there's that 138 right there for uranium's 230 right there. See how the subtle clues, but look at how perfect this is. It's half-life 20 days. That's calcium, folks. That's the bag of bones. That's the subtle clues in all this. And then for the humdinger of them all, Lanthanum in Greek, 35, which matches what? Simulation. See, I was born on the 35th day of the year, February 4th. This is why I'm supposed to be showing you that you're in a movie. We're in a simulation, but it's a movie. You're in the Truman Show. That's what 57 is. So 37 and 20 is 57. Right there. And then if you're, wondering, like big shout out to Jason from our cakes. He's all about the 138, the Phoenix. What do you think creates the Phoenix? We do. All of us create the Phoenix rising. We're all going to be a part of that. Trust me, that's the way it works. To create a new reality, all of us have a hand in it. So the 57 is a big deal, and it gets to the Truman Show, right? So the eye in the sky looking at you, the maker of fools, I can read your mind. Yeah, you're in the Truman Show, 57. This is what they were trying to say. Maybe they were trying to get out. Maybe they're trying to get some magic to get out of the game. Maybe you can't. Maybe they're trying to get out. But obviously, Lanthanum, this means to lie hidden. Not anymore. There's the all-seeing eye. There's the eye in the sky tied to Lanthanum, tied to the I am, tied to Uranus. And just to kind of cement all of this, we go to the string of the golden ratio, and we place that 35. We plop it right in there. And where does it appear? Including the 1 point, digit 57, the Truman Show, Lanthanum, and digit 58, which if most of you have been paying attention, Puppet Master equals 58. That's what can read your mind. That's what's controlling your life. We have limited free will down here. Okay? I know some of you don't want to agree with that. That's totally fine. I'm not living your life. I don't pay your bills. I don't walk in your shoes. Don't care. I know you don't care about the information I'm probably giving you either if you don't agree with this. But numbers don't lie. I've been doing this. I got over 400 and almost 30 videos now showing the same patterns over and over. We live in a scripted, predestined reality, and your mind is not your own. Where are your ideas coming from? From the supernatural, wherever that looks like. And this is solidification right here. Solidification. So I got 2 more slides left to finish this. I can read your mind decoded. So the 35, here it is in the string of the golden ratio, 58 digits. There it is. So now I'm going to show you all the digits. Here they all are right here, all 58. And when you add them up, you get 279 off that simulation, off of Lanthanum, okay, off the Truman Show. And 279 is going to be an atomic mass or isotope for this 110th element called Darmstadium or Darmstadium. And here's the list of isotopes right here. I got it highlighted, 279. And the subtle clues for this. Look at what the half-life is for this thing. 186 milliseconds. You know what 186 is? Just tack on 3 zeros and you get the speed of light. It's light slowed down into physical matter. That's what this means right here. 169 neutrons. That's going to be tied to the 69th element, which is tied to your brain. And then just to put the nail in the coffin, where this element was discovered in Darmstadt, Germany. Here's the latitude, longitude. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? What's 49 plus 8? 57. They're not sitting down doing this, folks, to try to mock you. They're just discovering elements and creating elements. And come on, it's 279. It's a hierarchy of the 79. 79's gold, 279. And then just to finish this off, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know where the duality is, because that's what we're all living in, it's the God experiencing its own reality called duality. Here's where the 20 is. It sits at digits 20 and 21 in the string of the golden ratio, 21 total digits to get to that 20. The 21st card in the tarot, the world card. What do you think runs the world? The eye in the sky that can read your mind. Okay? And duality sits right here. And when you add them all up, look what you get, folks. Seriously? How would you get 110 from all these digits? Right? I mean, do you think do you think the golden race chart is trying to mock you? No, folks, this is straight math. The golden ratio measures nature. And you go right back to that 110. Goes right back to this element right here, which has a latitude, longitude of where it was made, 57. See, the letter U is what Uranus starts with. It's a you and me. That's why the horseshoe, you put it over your doorway, it's supposed to be considered lucky. Okay? These are all no-brainers, folks. So, I mean, it's in your face now. There's no secrets here. This is all being released because we're in the age of information. And you're supposed to know that your mind's not your own. Okay, you're being used. You just got to figure out what your code is. And when you get in line with your code and you stop blaming and doing the blame game and stop complaining and bitching and moaning and stuff like that, the reality starts to leave you alone. That's my take on it. That's my own opinion, and that's my experience thus far. It becomes a much joyous ride. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what did you see? Decoding Shorts. I can read your mind. Would love to hear what you have to say. Keep your comments cordial. It's all about love in here. But that's all I got for today. My name is Logan for Decode Your Reality. Until next time, we will see you later.